Hello everyone and welcome back to Capacity TV. I'm Amber Jackson and I'm a senior reporter with Capacity, and today I'm joined by Nicolaus Spies, Chief Technology Officer of Deutsche Telekom IoT. Nicholas, really great to have you with us.
Thank you so much, glad to be here.
So you've recently taken over as CTO of Deutsche Telekom IoT. What is your fresh perspective, I suppose, on key IoT strengths and opportunities within the organisation?
I think we're very well positioned in the market. We can make use of the most valuable brand in Europe and the most valuable telco brand globally. So we have a strong presence, of course, in our home market in Europe. We can work with our T-Mobile US subsidiary, and we're also working with partners around the globe. And by this way, we are able to provide what we call carrier-grade services. We can leverage the best network. And I think this puts us in a really strong position. And going forward, I think we can really monetize this network and then add some services around the connectivity that we call beyond connectivity services.
Fantastic. And earlier we talked to your colleague, Benny Bastians, all about Deutsche Telekom's value proposition for IoT customers. What is the technology setup behind that proposition? I wonder if you can go into that a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, we're working with an incredibly technology team where we can really draw from the most highly capable resource teams around Europe. And we can use the locations that we have as DT Group around Europe to place our teams there. So that's one important factor. The second important factor is that we have built a connectivity management platform that basically scales to all the different kinds of IoT services that we are providing. And then finally, we can of course leverage the best network that we have and work with our partners also around the globe.
Fantastic. And another thing we discussed with Benny was all about localization. How will Deutsche Telekom IoT deliver those local experiences for its customers?
Yeah, so this is a very interesting and also recent development. And the way that we are doing this technically is that from our connectivity management platform, we are integrating the APIs of our partners so that for the customer, it's all within the single management platform, and they can manage all the different regions and also different kinds of devices from within this platform. So basically by this, we're becoming a global aggregator.
And one of the main topics of conversation across the industry at the moment is AI. It's always all things AI. Where do you expect AI to create value for IoT customers?
Yeah, good question. So I think we're mostly looking at two very different areas. So one of those is how can AI provide value to our customers? And I think that is the case where IoT, even though we're already trying to make it as simple as possible, since our customers are basically operating a whole telco stack, I like to call it telco in a telco, because in IoT, really, except for the radio access networks, all the other elements, we operate dedicated for IoT. So the customers, even though they don't notice, they are operating a telco stack. And there's still some complexity left there, and AI can help them, inform them on the decisions they are taking on their devices. And prospectively, I think it could also perform those actions on behalf of the customers. So that's the one area. The second area is more within our own systems and networks, where we are using AI to do some monitoring. And we are also planning to operate AI agents that will basically make decisions in the network and bring up root cause analysis to our service staff in order to make work more efficient for them.
Great. And looking more big picture, kind of future roadmap, how do you see the IoT industry evolving over the next 2 to 3 years, would you say?
Yeah, so I see two developments that are happening at the same time and that are also very different. So number one, we're seeing a massive increase of devices that use low frequency, small band, low energy networks. And in this field, the challenge is going to be to make sure our platform scales for the amount of devices, and we can deal with the peaks in sessions that these devices will create. On the other hand, we are seeing new technologies emerge like autonomous driving, also physical AI or robotics, where we will be looking at a much smaller number of devices, but these devices will have very high requirements to our networks in terms of high availability, reliability, and also uplink, where we need to be able to cater for those requirements. And so this is going to be very interesting and also challenging for us at the same time to make sure we can cater to both of those different areas.
Absolutely. And given that context that you just mentioned, what is your strategy to secure a competitive advantage for Deutsche Telekom IoT?
Yeah. So we have decided to build basically a single connectivity management platform, because that enables us to use some of the technology layers as horizontals, which provides synergies and makes our service cost efficient. By that, we can cater to the low-cost market, so to speak. And then we can differentiate on top. We can add some elements on the edges where we are catering to the more comprehensive requirements and more complex use cases. And we are also building some elements around that platform that provide additional value. So for instance, that's data services that we are providing to our customers. It's also, as I previously mentioned, what we call beyond connectivity services. So services that are close to connectivity, but go just beyond connectivity. So for instance, it could be precise positioning. We have a 2 centimeter accurate positioning service together with our partner Swift. And also another example is what we call IoT Embedded Connect, which is basically where we work with the manufacturers, and it's a built-in digital connectivity that can be dormant while the device is not in use, and then eventually it's being activated. And then finally, we're doing the global aggregation, where we are providing the local profiles in our connectivity management. And this is our strategy, basically a single platform with amendments around the edges to serve all of our customers.
Great. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us. It's always great to get your insight.
Great for having me.
And thanks everyone at home for watching.